Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant, and I am back today to show you guys my December melting basket. So I decided to do something a little bit different. It's still basically the same kind of like melting basket that I curated together to get through some of my wax from my stash. But for this month, I decided to pull a bar from my stash for each letter of the alphabet to kind of like randomly like force myself to go through some bars. And then for some of the letters that I didn't have a wax bar for, it's basically going to be like a free choice. So I do have a couple of those in here. So I've got 26 bars in this pile right here. Obviously this won't last me the whole month. This will get me a good portion of the month through, but I definitely wanted to get like a good chunk, and again force myself to warm some bars that I've been kind of hoarding onto. So we'll get right into it. So for A, I'm gonna finish up the last bar that I have in Aloe Vera and Ivy. This is a old spring and summer catalog bar that they retired, I believe, at least 2 catalog seasons ago for spring and summer. It's a really good greenery fresh bar. It's got, I do believe, honeydew in here and the aloe vera and the dewy greens and things like that. So it is really nice. It is a partial bar. I do only have 4 cubes left, so I will probably warm this exclusively in the bathrooms this month, but just to warm that out. I used to love this fragrance. It used to be in my top 10 of like all time for Scentsy, and then what ended up happening was they had a flash sale, and this bar was in there for like, I think $1.80, or maybe it was like $2. I know it was less than 3 because I ended up grabbing like 12 or 15 of them, and I pretty much warmed myself sick of this fragrance, which is sad because it is a very pretty fragrance. So I'm just gonna finish up the last bar I have. I know I like it, so down, you know, along the line, if it ever comes back up in clearance or it's being eligible to be voted on for a future Bring Back Your Bar, then I'll know I have a possibility to get more. But I'm not going to hold on to this just because, you know, it's not available anymore. So we're going to go ahead and finish that up this month. B is going to be for brownie batter. I do have 3 of these in my stash. This is the one that was the most sweaty and juicy, so I decided to warm that. I did have brownie batter, I believe, in my September or my October monthly basket, and I didn't get to it. So, and I think the reason why I didn't get to it, not that I don't like this fragrance, because I do. I absolutely love this one. It's an old school, gourmand, decadent, you know, Scentsy fragrance, but you have to be in the mood for that decadent, gourmand, sticky, sweet bakery. If you're not in the mood for it, then you're not going to want to pull this to warm it. So I am going to go ahead and warm that probably on one of the days that I work remote so I can, you know, enjoy it. So excuse me. C is going to be for Christmas Cottage. I always warm Christmas Cottage in like December, January for Christmas, and I haven't warmed it at all yet for this holiday season. So I am going to go ahead and warm my oldest bar that I have of it. I love Christmas Cottage. It's really nice. It reminds me of like red hot, like hot dams, like the fiery candies and stuff like that. Even though Cinnamon Bear is supposed to be like red hot fire candy, this one for some reason reminds me more of it than Cinnamon Bear does. But this is like quintessential Christmas too. It kind of reminds me of all like the potpourri that would be in all like the craft stores like in the 90s, whereas Cinnamon Pine Cones reminds me specifically of the pine cone scented, cinnamon scented bags and the brooms from that era as well. This smells more like potpourri to me, but like Christmas potpourri. So we're gonna go ahead and warm that. D, the only one I had in my stash that started with a D was Dashing, and I just picked this up again because I did warm through the bar that I got in my new release pack when the fall and winter catalog started, and I did really like it, but it was on the lighter side, so I do want to try it again to see if it is something that I do want to purchase more of, or possibly club, you know, once the catalog's over. I believe this one's got like a very vague description. It's like starry skies and vanilla and something like that. But if you like scents like stargazing, or even love and happiness, I think those are kind of like in the same like romantic bedroom, like sultry. It kind of like balances that line between feminine and masculine. So I'm probably going to warm this in bedrooms this month. So I did not have anything under E. I thought I had an E bar. I thought I had a eucalyptus wreath, but I guess I don't. It might be my mom that has it. So I am going to do a free warm, and I do have a partial bar of caramel praline cake from our Scent of the Season collection that is still currently available. So I am going to go ahead and finish warming this off, and it will help me decide if I do want to you know, club this or purchase more of it. This again is a very decadent, buttery, rich in the caramel. You get vanilla. I don't get much of the cake notes and anything like that, but definitely the buttery caramel, vanilla. So I'll go ahead and finish that off. I had quite a few in the F category, but one I did want to warm was Falling Apples. So I have to make a decision because I have so much in my club, and my edit video is going to be coming up shortly in February. I have Hemingway already in my club, and I absolutely love Cashmere Leaves. I have Cashmere Leaves going in my office right now at work. I have it in a fragrance flower, and I got the pods. So that's been going in my Scentsy Go in the office with the fragrance flower, and that's been amazing. I have warmed the wax in Cashmere Leaves. And I do like Falling Apples too, but Hemingway, Cashmere Leaves, and like Falling Apples, they're like kind of like in the same like pie when it comes to like woody apple scents, but each has like their own thing that makes each one of them distinct. So I really need to figure out which one of the three that I love the most. So Falling Apples warming this one again is really going to help me with that. Oh, it's so nice. This is a lot fresher apple than the other two. And I get more soil and like deep woods. So this almost kind of smells like if you were walking through like an apple orchard, and you know how like after a while of the apple orchard being opened, a lot of the, you know, picked apples that people don't put in their bags, they kind of get stomped on a little bit on the ground. That's kind of like what that smells like if you were walking through the apple orchard and there was these like stomped on apples that had been basking there in the soil and the wood. I know it sounds gross, but it's not, it smells good. So we're gonna go ahead and warm that. For G, I've got Gimme Candy. I do like this one. Again, it's another like sickly sweet confectionery sugar bakery bar that you have to be in the mood for. I typically warm this during Halloween since it came out last year. Oh, it's so good though. I get more, it depends on the day. Sometimes I get candy corn, and then other times I get just straight butterscotch. But either way, it's just a really good like confectionery sugar candied scent. So H, we are going to warm Huckleberry Hideaway. I have not warmed this yet this season. This was a new release last year. I absolutely fell in love with it, even though I hate Huckleberry. I absolutely hate Huckleberry with Scentsy, but with them combining Huckleberry with the honeysuckle and the violet leaf in here, top notch. It just changed it for me. It's so good. It's such a nice fall floral that I absolutely love this. So I will go ahead and enjoy that. And I definitely will be putting this back in my club once the catalog's over. So for I picked I Pink I Can. This is from the Breast Cancer Awareness Collection. I only have 2 cubes left. So I think what I'm going to do is when I'm going to warm these two together, the aloe vera and ivy in this, because this is a fruity floral, and then this is like the dewy greens, so I think it'll be a really good mix. Just Breathe is going to be my J bar. I love Just Breathe. It's Vicks Vapor Rub. I love this bar so much. It is my top 2 of all time. Coconut lemongrass is my number 1, and Just Breathe is my number 2. I will warm this thing every day, all day. That's how much I love it. It's so, so good. Opens up your nostrils. It's a good, like, palette changer for when you just want to reset in your house, soak up bad odors, what have you. Just Breathe. I did not have anything for K, so this is going to be a free choice. So I did pull Cranberry Candy Cane because it is a partial. So I do want to finish warming this up. I do like Cranberry Candy Cane. It kind of has like the same vanilla peppermint that's in Peppermint Rush, but then add this cranberry to it. And the cranberry is not a tart cranberry. It's like a sweet cranberry. So I do think I'm going to enjoy this enough where it might be Pudding Club, but I'm not sure because I have so many mint scents. Like I'm going to be, like when the catalog ends, I'm going to put Silver Bells back in there. Peppermint Rush is already back in my club. So it's like, how many mint scents do I really need? But I'm going to enjoy warming that. L, we've got Lemon Coconut Chiffon. This is my favorite bakery scent by Scentsy of all time. Oh, it's so freaking good. Oh, I love this thing. This is my like most juiciest. There we go. So I'm definitely going to warm it. It's in my club. I don't ever have to worry about losing it. It will be in there forever. It's so good. You get the butter. You get the creamy custard, you get the lemon, you get the sugar. It also smells like the Girl Scout lemonade cookies. Oh, it's so freaking good. I will literally warm that whole bar. M is going to be Mint to Be Merry. I am going to warm this just so I can try it again, see how I like it. I do like the butter sugar cookie note that's in here. And the butter sugar cookie note is like what I would want Sugar Cookie by Scentsy to have. So I just want to try this again and see how I like it. I did like it the first time I warmed it, but I would definitely want to try it again. All right. N, we have Now and Zen. I know. It's my only bar. But I'm going to force myself to warm it. I'm not going to hoard. Oh, it's so good though. Now and Zen, it was a spring and summer catalog scent. It was in the catalog, I think I want to say spring of 21 was the last time that it was available. It was the same, it was in the same catalog as like Rainbow and Butterflies and Aloe Vera and Ivy, and then they retired them all. I freaking love all those scents. This is just so spa, botanical. The chamomile and the grapefruit that's in here. Oh, this is one of my favorite melts to do in the bathroom. Now and Zen. Okay, so I did have an O, but it's in bricks. The orange cider and everything nice or something. Whatever that holiday brick is that we have now. But I didn't want to choose brick scents this month for my melting basket because I have way more bars than I do brick form. So O is going to be a free warm, and I picked Cherries Jubilee because I have 6 cubes. It's a partial bar. This has got like lemon zest and cherries. To me, it reminds me of Lenon's Cough Drops or any really cherry candy. I don't get much lemon in here. So we're just going to warm it again, see how it goes. P is Pumpkin Cashmere. You knew I was going to pick this one. I'm absolutely loving Pumpkin Cashmere. Oh, it's so freaking good. It's got the cashmere. It's got the creaminess. It's got like fresh pumpkin that's like borderline squash when it warms. I don't know what it is about this bar, but it's freaking fantastic. And I warm this in my office and I get compliments all the time from everybody that passes by. I really, really like this bar. So I'm going to go ahead and warm another one. Did not have anything in Q. I thought I might have had Quiver, but I didn't. So we are going to finish up the Pink Spreads Hope. It is a partial. This is from the breast cancer awareness. This is the one that everyone was calling the funeral bar, the Band-Aid bar. It definitely is heavy on the rose. And it's like an old-fashioned rose, like an old-fashioned rose perfume. It's not the heaviest rose scent that Scentsy's made by all means, but you definitely have to like florals in order to like this bar. For R, we've got Rum Pum Plum. I'm going to finish up the last 4 cubes I have of this. I did like this when it was warming. Like I said with my warm review, I got a lot of the bakery, buttery, like crust note that was like right off the bat. And then like the plum was like on the back end. So I definitely want to warm it again now that it's had a chance to sit a little bit and see how I like it. I don't have any plum scents in my club. I don't have sweet plum pastry. I don't have pretty and plum, but I do like pretty and plum. And I don't have crunchy plum or anything like that. So I think the closest thing I have to a plum scent is Midnight Fig. For S, can anyone guess? It's purple. Sugar Plum Berry. Yes, my newest love. Oh, it smells so freaking good. It's like a spice gumdrop. It's got the tree. It's got the orange in here. It like hits all the checks for me. So I'm gonna warm that again. Excuse me. For tea, we're gonna do Toasted Acorn and Oak. They retired this, sadly. It is really good. I do get bakery with this. I know a lot of people say they don't, but I do get bakery on this. Like a nuttier butter. Yeah, like almost like if you had all the nuts in there, like pralines and chestnuts and walnuts, all that stuff. And like acorns. Oh, it's so good though. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm that. That's my only bar. U, I did not have anything for you, so that's gonna be a free warm, and I chose Peppermint Dreams. Sadly, this is one that will not come back to bring back my bar for a while, especially if they keep that 5-year criteria. It's going to be a couple more years before this is up for voting. This one was sweating like a mofo. So we're going to warm it. Oh, it's so good. So this is more of like a York Peppermint Patty or an Andes Mint. Very heavy on the peppermint. So about 70% peppermint, 30% chocolate. But I love it. It's so, so good. V, Vanilla Barnwood, another one from this season that I'm absolutely loving. This has got like amber and vanilla and barnwood, which it's so funny that I like this bar because I normally don't like things with amber in it. There's a very few fragrances that I like with amber, but this is one of them. I absolutely love this one. It's so good. And I do get that like tutti fruity scent that's similar to what's in like Cutie Pie Cupcake. I think one person who commented on my channel said it reminded her of like sweet cereal milk, and I totally get that too. So I can't even get it out of the packaging right now. Oh, it's so good. So we're gonna warm Vanilla Barnwood. W, I pulled my last bar of this out. Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. I can't believe Chris took this out of her club from Dazzling Scents with Chris. I was like screaming in her video, no, don't remove it. But I do have it in my club. Oh, it's so good. So it's like a pumpkin pineapple upside down cake because it does have pineapple and maraschino cherries, and it's got pumpkin and brown sugar and like drizzle icing. It's so, so good. This is, besides pumpkin cashmere, this and pumpkin marshmallow, this is like one of like my favorite pumpkins by Scentsy. I mean, they're always going to come out with a pumpkin bar. It's like a given. Like, you know, every fall season, Scentsy's going to come up with a new pumpkin fragrance for us to have. So, all right, so that was W. And then X, Y, and Z, I did not have anything in my inventory that started with those. So these are going to be all free pours. Not free pours. Free warms. So for X, I chose Sweet Orange and Evergreen. I did this one because this was the only bar that I had, and it is sweating, and I just picked up a whole bunch in that last Festive Friday sale, so I can happily warm this one now. Oh, it's so good. This one's got orange, and it's got sweet, like crystallized sugared evergreen. And this one's nostalgia for me because I do remember a Christmas book. I talked about it in one of my other videos. There was a Christmas book that we read every Christmas, and it had like scented pages. So there was like a page that had an orange, and that orange was scented on the page. They had a candy cane, a gingerbread cookie, and then the tree page, the scent is this, like right on the dot. Like this is exactly what that was. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm that. And then why I chose Stargazing. I really need to make a decision on Stargazing. So this is what happens every time it's like coming up to edit my club and make a decision. Stargazing is always on the chopping block because I do like it, but then it's like I have enough romantic like bedroom scents that it's like I don't need to keep this. So then I go and warm it to like solidify like my decision. And then I end up falling back in love with it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't pull it. So I know that's probably what's going to happen again. Oh, it's so good, though. So I know this is like a love-hate bar with some people because some people get Lysol bathroom cleaner. Some people get bubblegum mint. I don't. I just get this lovely, airy, lily, vanilla, romantic scent. That's all I get with it. And I absolutely love it. So we're going to go ahead and warm that again. And then last but not least, for Z, didn't have anything, so I chose Black Forest Pine, which is my absolute favorite Christmas tree scent. And this was the one that was the most juicy, as you can see. These ones are so old. I think these ones were from like the Scent of the Month kit. From December of like 21. Oh, I love this one. It's like balsam and fir and pepper tangerine. It's so, so good. Okay, so that's my melting basket for December. Like I said, I'll probably go through these fairly fast. Probably within the first like 3 weeks I'll get through all these bars, and then I'll have to pick some more to like supplement it, but it shouldn't be hard to pick out more. We'll have like Bring Back Your Bar coming, the Mardi Gras collection. I think my early access I did the same time as the Bring Back Your Bar. So there'll be other bars to like supplement in here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the choices, and comment what you are particularly pulling out for December to warm. Are there any scents that you specifically warm in the month of December, or is it kind of just like a hodgepodge of like what I'm doing, just trying to get through your stash? So until next time, you guys, talk to you later. Bye.